This is a story that we were supposed to talk about, why Stockdale is crucial to Ireland's World Cup dream. You've got the bits in green there if you want to have a look at them. We are utterly reliant on Jacob Stockdale when it comes to scoring tries.
Yeah, it seems that way. So Kieran Kennedy today writing in the Times Ireland edition just about Ireland's try scorers in the year 2018, which, I mean, is it important that we start talking about things like this just to try and downplay the hopes a little bit when it comes to this year? Because I'm not sure if you've got the Irish Times handy, but if you do, whenever you find the Irish Times, I read out the headline on Gordon Darcy's column. It's right there, actually.
Problems will come, but the Irish system looks strong enough to survive almost anything, even nuclear winter. I added nuclear winter bit myself.
To be fair, like, Gordon Darcy doesn't get to the point that they can survive almost anything until the very last sentence in his article, so I'm not sure is he actually pushing that line too much. But anyway, in this article here in the Times, across the Six Nations last year, Ireland had 11 different try scorers. Rory Best, Earls and Henshaw scored their only tries of the season against Italy. But despite New Zealand's, I don't want to call it their poor form in November, but certainly despite the fact that a lot of us think that we're in a much better position than New Zealand, they had a far more healthy spread of contributors when it comes to tries in the Rugby Championship. They had 18 different try scorers, so it's 18 try scorers for New Zealand, 11 for Ireland. And then you get to the point that we're very, very reliant on Stockdale, that we don't have a reliable test-level finisher in the backs outside of Stockdale to actually do the business for us. So Stockdale in 2018 scored 8 tries. Next on the list is Andrew Conway. One of the tries came against Australia in the summer tour, and then there was a hat-trick against the United States. So immediately you're looking at Andrew Conway, and the importance of his tries are probably diminished in comparison with Jacob Stockdale. You look at the rest of Ireland's backs. You look at Bundy Aki, who scored 3 tries, but they were against Italy, they were against Wales, and they were against Argentina. And then Robbie Henshaw, who's actually short of Bundy Aki despite having played more international games. He's been capped 36 times. Bundy Aki scored 3 tries in 12 international matches. So you're looking at Ireland's midfield. Does it have enough try scoring potential? If Jacob Stockdale were to get injured, where would Ireland's tries have come from in the year 2018? Like, you suspect they probably would have come from somewhere else, and we're not giving credit here to the idea that Joe Schmidt has created a far more dynamic pack when it comes to the likes of Tadhg Furlong is probably the name that comes to mind most quickly. And like, is it something that we should be concerned about? Is it something that if something happens to Jacob Stockdale, we talk about the incredible depth we have across the entire Ireland squad at the moment? Is he the one key component that if he gets injured, are we in a spot of bother? It's mad to think that. You think obviously not, but
no, I just think that, like, so was it Italy? There's an amazing pass by Sexton that he takes it right to the line and then swings it wide and takes out 3 people, and Stockdale is just at the end of that and touches down. The tries that he scored against England, the try that he scored against the All Blacks, I'm not sure that anybody else at the moment has the ability just to do that. But, like, is that to say that anybody else couldn't from the same position have scored a try?
Well, that's the thing, and we'll never know. Like, Kennedy points to the argument here that Keith Earls, despite having arguably the season of his life last year, hasn't scored a meaningful try for Ireland since the 27-22 defeat by Scotland in September 2017. That's what he says.
But Keith Earls is a World Cup try-scoring machine.
That's true.
If you look at his stats, they're off the charts. Come the World Cup, Keith Earls is the man.
You've got the rest of the article there. Carney hasn't, if you want to complete the sentence here, Carney
hasn't scored a try for Ireland at the 2015 World Cup. Since
the 2015 World Cup, Rob Carney. So you can kind of, like, pick points in the Ireland backline at the moment where you're thinking to yourself, do we have enough try-scoring firepower? And realistically, once you've got a try-scoring machine in Jacob Stockdale, it doesn't really matter. Of course it doesn't. And maybe the whole game plan is around the very point that Jacob Stockdale's biggest strength is as a cold-blooded finisher. And the rest of Ireland's backline have better strengths defensively, better strengths in their all-round game, and Jacob Stockdale is just our finisher. Maybe we need to look at Jacob Stockdale as, say, Ireland Rugby's version of Harry Kane. Just put him in the team, let him get the scores, and let everybody else do the grafting.